Hey guys, what's good? Triple J Boxing. So Eimantas Stanionis, my boy, he's back. Back in the ring soon. Back in training. It's been a while. He will be facing Gabriel Maestre. May 4th, I think it is. On the Canelo. Yeah, it's on the Canelo Munguia. So that's going to be... That's looking to be a good card, actually. I think what other? There was another big fight on there. Yeah, but it's looking like a decent card. So he for those of you who don't know, Eimantas Stanionis from Lithuania. Lithuania's I wouldn't say the last hope, because Aegis Kavaliauskas, he still has a chance of building himself back up. Got a couple wins. Because he only lost to Crawford and Virgil, which those guys are just beasts. But yeah, he's definitely got a... Can he reach the top level? I don't know. But Eimantas Stanionis, no one has yet put him down, or... Well, I don't know if he's been put down, but no one has beaten him. And for those of you who don't know, Eimantas Stanionis, he's my boy. I'm half Lithuanian. Lithuanian pride, let's go. And I got to give it credit to Kavaliauskas. He did put Crawford down. Even though it didn't count as a knockdown, it was a knockdown. It's just... It was a stacked division, and Virgil and Terrence Crawford are probably two of the best guys out there, to be honest. So it's just... He's not the highest level, Kavaliauskas. Obviously, he can still improve, but like I said, he's got to make his way back up to those guys again and see what he can do. But now all our attention is on Eimantas Stanionis. He's undefeated, 14-9 KOs. Yeah, he reminds me of Caillou. I don't know why, by looking at his picture here on BoxRec. I don't know if you ever seen the show Caillou. It's that French-Canadian show. The kid, the bald kid. I don't know. If you're Canadian, you probably won't know. But I don't know why. He doesn't even... I don't know. It's just maybe because the buzz cut. He reminds me of Caillou. Just as... He's clean-shaven. I don't know, guys. But... yeah, look it up. Caillou. Anyway... he's facing Gabriel Maestre. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Now, he only got 6... This Gabriel Maestre only has 6 fights. 5 KOs, undefeated. And he had a pretty long amateur career. And I actually... Eimantas Stanionis actually fought him in the amateurs. And he did beat him. Lithuania versus Venezuela. It was on the world stage, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, Eimantas Stanionis got the win. So they have seen each other. But I think this should probably be... I think this is a good matchup for Stanionis to get back in the ring. It's essentially, it is a tune-up. I know he's undefeated, but he's only had 6 fights. He is 37 years old. A late start to boxing in the pros. Very late start. And give him credit, he has been in the ring with some guys here, guys. I'm talking about Gabriel. He's been in with Diego Gabriel Chavez. He was Chavez. He had a tough fight with Timothy Bradley. It was a draw back in the day. Brandon Rios, he fought too, and that was a DQ. I remember that was a really dirty fight. So he knocked out Chavez. Mikel Fox, that's controversial decision. I forget. I don't think I've seen the whole fight. I see the highlights, but people called it a robbery. Like I said, I forget. I just went back and watched the highlights. But the general consensus, it was controversial. And then he faced Devin Alexander, another good name. He was on Alexander. The corner called it off. He had some kind of injury, I remember. So that fight got... So really, it's hard to see how much this guy really has because he's going to be in with a real young, hungry champion in Stanionis now. I assume it's a good fight for Stanionis. It's a good tune-up, but he can't obviously drop his guard. He can't overlook this guy because he's no joke either. You gotta treat him like he is a Keith Thurman that he was gonna fight, Boots Ennis, and it's a shame because Stanionis was supposed to get those fights and they all fell apart. The Keith Thurman fight fell apart. Boots Ennis, and then he got I think he had a ruptured appendix or something. He had some kind of illness, and that took him out for a couple months. If you've ever had a ruptured appendix, guys, it's terrible. You feel like you're dying. Like, it's the worst pain you can feel. It happened to me, and that's the best way I can describe it is you feel like you're dying. Like, you're sweating, you're breathing heavy, and the sharp pains in your, like, the abdomen is just, it's pretty crazy. It's unbearable. But so Eimantas Stanionis had to deal with that kind of stuff. So he's been out of the ring since 2022. Wow, I did not know it was time fucking flies. So Eimantas Stanionis, his best win is probably Butiev, the Butiev. He was a good, tough, young, hungry Russian guy. Good fight. But Stanionis proved to be, I would say, more skillful. I think I remember he displayed a pretty good jab in that fight. That was a good fight. I won money on that fight because the odds were pretty good. I think Stanionis was a slight underdog, but I think the odds were pretty much, I think they were pretty even. So I won decent money. He's faced Luis Collazo. That was a no contact accidental head clash under 4 rounds. His most well-known opponent he's beaten is Thomas Delorme, I would say. But his best win, in my opinion, considering Butiev was, like I said, a young, hungry fighter that's up and coming. And he's not even, like, it's not like Stanionis was meant to beat Butiev. That was like a pick'em fight, right? Like, that was a young, hungry challenger. So I'd say that is his best win, because that guy was in his prime too. And, yeah, so Thomas Delorme, though, good name on the resume. But I think, what is it? He was probably past his prime when he, forget how old he was, but I think he was starting to go past his prime, for sure. So, yeah, I expect it to be a good fight while it lasts. I think Stanionis will maybe get him out of there. I could be wrong, though. He might be rusty. It could be a tough fight. Who knows? Gabriel Maestre has he's a rugged guy, pressure fighter, tough guy. But I just feel like the skill level and the youth and the hungriness of Stanionis will be too much for him. So I got Stanionis. He's back in the gym training. I like his style. And we'll see if he can finally... I'd like to see him fight Boots or Conor Benn. Because it looks like Keith Thurman, that fight will probably not happen anymore. We don't know what's going on with Keith Thurman anymore. It's a shame because I really like Keith Thurman, but he's always out with injury or something now. So anyway, guys, Eimantas Stanionis, WBA welterweight champion. Yeah, it should be a good fight. It's on the Canelo undercard. Stanionis versus Maestre. Let's get it.